Alright, Ninja, so today continuing on with our character showcases for the brand new Squad Zero characters. Today we're highlighting one of my favorite character releases of the year, that being the new Squad Zero version of SENJUMARU. Now, this character is already shaping up to be one of my favorite characters of the year. Not only am I a massive SENJUMARU fan, my appeal for this character has not only been increased because of the Bankai that she did also use in the 1000 Year Blood War anime, but at the same time, this character is just absolutely perfect. She's an amazing character which you are going to see in today's video. So have a look at SENJUMARU. What exactly does she offer in your account? Well, she offers quite a lot, and this is definitely pushing the power creep to a certain extent and how good farmers can actually be. So as starters, she herself is a speed super Squad Zero character with the Holo Killer. I actually like the killer choice here because surprisingly, lads, we don't have that many good speed Holo Killers. As of right now, the only two usable Holo Killers are the renewed version of Aaroniero and also Mana Orihime. Two characters that I personally don't like using outside of Guild Quest content. Now, SENJUMARU is best described as an evolved version of Tensuzangetsu, and that's kind of come up with a lot of criticism saying, like, we don't need her, and that's perfectly fair, but more options is always good, and she offers a few different things when compared to Tensa. So for starters, let's look at the damage output. Frenzy +2 with 100% more damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. That is absolutely insane, especially when you consider the fact that she does hit hidden enemies and also pierce Iron Skin. That damage output is crazy, but then at the same time, what makes her a tad bit better when compared to Tensa is that she's also immune to every status summon, which is really nice when actually playing with her. Alongside that, I believe built in, she has a 50% Berserker, and she has a great set of strong attacks, the exact same actually as Tensuzangetsu. So she plays like Tensa, but she comes with the benefit of being a bit safer since she is immune to every status summon, and once more because of that, because we are comparing her to Tensuzangetsu, she is also the ultimate farmer, probably right now the best farmer in the entire game, right? +5 power super links or potions, +5 power links or potions, increases the power droplet drop rate by 30%, and also is a new generation farmer character to the likes of Eban and also Chojuro. She does guarantee 10 power droplets. So for someone like me that wants to T20 my entire box, droplets are in a way kind of hard to come by if you are link shotting that many characters because they're very awkward to farm. Having SENJUMARU is great for getting that guaranteed value in terms of droplets, and that's why despite it being another speed character, I don't mind it because to me, first and foremost, she is a droplet character, again, to the likes of Eban and also Chojuro, but the benefit here, and I can see why they made her the way she is, it's SENJUMARU. You know, compared to a past Chojuro and Eban, they're whatever characters. You cannot just make SENJUMARU a droplet farmer and nothing else. So they made it a droplet farmer, but they also made her the best farmer in the entire game because she can farm super links or potions, power links or potions, has full immunity, and just does a ridiculous amount of damage with a great set of strong attacks. I adore this character, and I'm excited to showcase her in today's video. Also, fun fact, comparing the models between the new and also old one, you can see the design difference with how Caleb interpreted how the arms come out her back. In the previous one that we did get a few years back, you can see on the right, she had a floating golden item behind her. Now, this time in the new version, they just come out her back, which is more, you know, accurate to her actual design, especially within the anime. Now, for today's showcase, we are going to be using a Lieutenant's Badge, a Artisanal Tea Set, finally have one of those, very happy about that, and also a Fortification Pill, with some pretty good links, Ichigo being max transcended with 14% recharge, 16% Chad, Momo recharging full stam, and then Chad recharging full stamina. For bonus abilities, we're given a full stam and focus. You can easily replace the focus stat for Long Stride. If you have a 2-5, you can give her SP, and at the same time, when we do take into epic raids, you can also give her weakened defense. So no wasting time taking it into single player IT. She is too good to take it into single player IT. Let's just demonstrate how good she is in co-op. And as you can see right away, the best thing you want when it comes to farming IT is a good character that can clear this quest super fast. And that's exactly what we're getting here. Now, we could give her long strides just to potentially clear faster, but I feel like giving the focus slot is actually something you might want to do here, since it does guarantee you to inflict criticals, and that's really important. And you can see here, basically at 1 out of 5, we're one-shotting. We don't have killer, but we're one-shotting. And then again, an underappreciated thing that I do love about this farmer, and it's very similar to the power version now, is that we get to stand wherever we want to, and I really do like that because you want to take it into IT regardless of the killer effects, you wanted to have a high damage output, but at the same time, you never have to worry about any status on the floor. So she is always going to be the best character to use in IT, regardless of the quest you are going against. And look at that. The strong attack kit she has, visually, I think she looks amazing. You know, while it was a tad bit disappointing to a certain extent that it's not her Bankai version, I do like that this version in particular is focusing on her weaving capabilities, and visuals again just look absolutely beautiful. She looks elegant, to say the least. Yeah, and look at that, man. I know our sub on there did do a tad bit more damage since we do have a special move level 4 out of 5. If you only have a 1-5, your special move will be doing a tad bit less damage, but it doesn't matter. You can see there, for our very first run, we casually went through it. We didn't even get close to taking it because we were one-shotting everything. A 1 minute and 9 second clear time for a character that's basically 1-5 and is always increasing the drop rate. It's absolutely insane. Tensor was absolutely insane, and this character is just Tensor but perfected. If Tensor is a 9.9 out of 10, SENJUMARU is a 10 out of 10. And you know what, it is a tad bit unfortunate that she is another speed character for the purpose of farming super links or potions, especially when right now the other attributes don't have access to a character like this. Speed was the last attribute to get a character like this in my opinion. I do like having more options in my opinion. Like, sometimes you don't want to play with Tensor Zangetsu, right? I know I don't. It's like, I mean, if you've been on the channel for a few years now, you know, me and Tensor don't have a good pass. Lowy, man! Piss off, bro! I hate Tensor, man. Oh. Like I said it before, bro, BBS really makes me hate characters in the anime. Like, I generally don't like Tensor Zangetsu anymore. I hate him. I hate him. My core, I hate Tensor Zangetsu, bro. And, you know, if you're giving me an option to use Tensor or SENJUMARU, I'm easily taking SENJUMARU. And in this case, you can see here, with the focus bonus ability that we do have, you know, we're getting the guarantee crits, and with that, we're also just one-shotting all the mobs here, but we're also two-shotting all of the bosses, right? So you can see here, 2 strong attacks is enough, and that is consistent, right? That's the main thing about farmers like this. It's consistent damage output because you aren't relying on inflicting stat elements, assuming we can stay at full stamina, which right now is super easy to do. So it's just super smooth gameplay for the most part. Now, one thing I do want to comment is the Nat String. Even the Nat String looks great. I just love that her entire kit is all about the weaving abilities. In a way, it separates it from the previous version that we did have, which incorporated some of the, you know, guards that she has around her at all times. Let's use our SA3 here. Let's not even use our Soul Bomb. Again, 2 strong attacks guaranteed to get through. So if you are playing with this character, you do have a 1 out of 5. I definitely recommend going with the focus slot. Usually in cases I would give the character long stride. I prefer long stride in terms of gameplay. But in this case, since she's immune to stat elements, since she's already one-shotting as is, you know, you might as well go for the extra damage output to ensure that she does the most damage possible. Because in this case, at 1 out of 5, we're clearing in 1 minute and 24 seconds. And again, we are getting those guaranteed drops. In this case, a very high drop with 40 super links or potions with only 1 character. Had we had 3 other SENJUMARUs in the lobby, that would have been a 55 super potion drop run. We are getting the extra bit of normal links or potions. Unfortunately, no droplets here though, because they don't drop it. But that would have been a nice extra bonus if we could have gotten them here too. All right, let's try that once more. Let's see if we can potentially get a sub 1 minute clear time. That's the main goal for this particular run. Let's use our SA3 there into the 1. Looks like we're doing it on 35k per hit. And now, of course, remember, is with the Frenzy Plus 2. 46k on the SA2 there. Unfortunately, missed my SA1. Let me go back here and then use it. It's kind of weird too with the visuals with the SA1. With the way it comes out, it's like a rolling attack. It looks like it's potentially range collision, at least on the first initial glance. But no, it's actually the 3000 length beam, I believe, with the added whiff too. So it's in actually a better version of Tensor Zangetsu. And I honestly thought, considering that she was competing with Tensor, that she would have had maybe something wrong with her kit, but no, she doesn't. But then again, maybe it makes sense. Tensor was almost a perfect character for you to use her. Over Tensor Zangetsu, you would have to, you know, make her better than Tensor. And by that, they gave her like the exact same strong attacks, better damage output, better survivability, and equally as good, maybe even a tad bit better strong attacks. And in that case, that run there might have been a sub 1 minute. At no point were we ever close to getting hit. And looking at 53 seconds casually at 1 out of 5. Man, if we get more characters like this, especially in other attributes, we might have to get a new ultra difficult quest because for co-op IT, because she is just making it super trivial. But yeah, ultra IT is basically SENJUMARU's playgrounds. Next up, though, we're going to be taking it into epic raids. Currently, we are doing the Ultra UR epic raid, so 15 million HP, but she is a bonus character, so she is getting that extra damage output. For the familiars, we are rocking this 60% Berserker, 60% full stamina. We also have these particular accessories, and in skips, we're rocking these particular links. I am using the Gantenbane link to get the 5 additional links or potions. So in this case, with SENJUMARU, we're getting 10 guaranteed droplets with the 30% increase, and we're also getting, at least in my case, 10 also guaranteed speed link swap potions. Now, I've been doing a lot of runs in this epic grade over the last day. She's a great character for this, and the fact that she is a squad 0 character, you could just maybe, you know, set the rule requirements to only have squad 0 characters join you, which makes it even easier to get Senjumarus in your lobby. But we do have to be a tad bit careful with this epic grade. We don't want to just spam our attacks, especially when he does deploy the shields. What I like to do, though, is use my SA2 or Sobom in this particular case. The other Senjumarus are using it, so I won't bother. I'll save it for the third phase. But I have given Senjumaru a weakened defense bonus ability, so what I'm going to do is use my SA2 now, and then we're going to wait. This particular phase has a bunch of shields where we can't attack, and instead we kind of have to dodge, right? So let's get into the save zones. We kind of have to wait for the perfect time. Now would be the time to do so. I'm going to apply my Soul Bomb. That's weakened defense. We're all now doing 30% extra damage, and with that, you know, we cleared the final phase in like 5 seconds, you know, disregarding the fact that we couldn't damage the boss there for around 10 or so seconds. Super easy run, 40 seconds right now, which is what you usually get in epic raids because of how, you know, much damage she actually does. And again, it is consistent damage. It's not reliant on inflicting stat augments. And with 4 Senjumarus in your lobby, you know, we're all doing max damage potential. And in this case, look at those drops. Not only are this case we are getting more bonus medals, we got 150 plus in our first run. Very consistent drops, 150 droplets in every single run, and also 60 link swap potions. I am someone that wants to farm droplets over link swap potions, and that is again unironically the reason why I pulled for Senjumaru, was to get the droplet drop increase. And right now is a great time to use her, because not only is she able to clear a 50 million epic raid boss in under a minute, she's also increasing the potion and the droplet drop rates. Alright then, so jumping into our next and final run, we don't need to do that many runs with Senjumaru. We can all see with this gameplay that she's a great character, right? Although one thing, oh yeah, can we messed up there? Maybe it's a good time to end it here, but one thing I will say, at least for epic raid content, the SA3 to a certain extent does actually block your vision since there is like a dark part of the attack. So I guess that's one thing to keep in mind when actually playing with her, but it's not that big of a deal, right? It's super easy to work around. I'm going to go ahead and use my Soul Bomb now just to apply the weakened defense. I'm not sure if anyone else did have it. Get through this phase a tad bit faster since it is kind of annoying where one of our teammates can get locked in place and potentially die. But right now it's a good time to just recharge our strong attacks. Unfortunately, I am losing on a lot of DPS here since I did take damage, but again, we can't attack right now, right? So we're about just holding our strong attacks, let them recharge, wait for the good time to attack, which is about to come up once more. This is the final attack. There we go. Now we start to use our attacks. That lad knew what to do. Use the Soul Bomb. The next final attacks aren't really much of an issue, and there you go. Even though that run in particular wasn't the best run, because again, I did take damage, very consistent sub 1 minute runs with teams like this. Not every Senjumaru in our lobby actually had T20 link swap abilities, so it can get faster. Someone also died too, but still, sub 1 minute, we cleared super fast, and again, we're getting those extra guaranteed value by using this particular character. So yeah, overall, shocker, who's surprised? No one should be surprised. Senjumaru is an amazing character. She's absolutely perfect. Like right now, the only bad things you can say about her is that why was she speed and why is she not using her Bankai? But that's not really like any critiques about the character itself, right? Visually, she looks great. I really enjoyed the animations for this character when compared to the old one. I didn't like really see how static the old one was compared to this one in my opinion. But you know, as a character, there's almost nothing to complain about. She's absolutely perfect. She increases droplets, link swap potions, super link swap potions. She clears epic raids and IT within like a minute. Again, very similar to Tensulan Getsu. He's a 9.9 out of 10. Maybe a 9.8 now, and Senjumaru is a 10 out of 10, right? As I already mentioned, the only complaint about this character is that why is she a speed character, which is fair, to be fair, and also why wasn't she using a Bankai, but again, that Bankai Senjumaru will come in due time, and as a Senjumaru fan, I'm down for it. The more Senjumarus, the better, I'll say. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your opinions on this character in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.